Ready.
Set.
Gamecast.
Welcome to Ready, Set, Gamecast, a bi-weekly podcast about video games and secrets. I'm Bryce, and I'm joined by the Keeper of Secrets, Darian.
I am the keeper of secrets. I keep all your secrets, so tell them to me.
That's not suspicious.
And the Sweeper of Secrets, twitch.tv/TidyGeneris.
I like that. That's good. I don't like the sweeper of secrets though, because you only did that because it rhymes. You can't sweep secrets because they're an intangible thing, you know?
I write all of my secrets on pieces of paper so that nobody will find them, and then I sweep them.
So that no one will find them? No one would find them if they're in your mind.
That's how the mind flayers get it. But if you write it down,
the mind flayers.
Yep.
All right.
The most feared of flayer.
The Dementors.
Yes.
They're gonna get in there.
That's the Harry Potter thing, which we'll talk about later. But until then, we'll talk about what have you been playing, Darian?
I've been playing lots of games. Not really. I've been playing the same old games.
Not really.
Starting off with a lie. Good start. Go.
I've been playing Vampire. I did at the beginning of this. Vampire.
Okay.
And I got a little bit further than I did my first playthrough, and I stopped playing it because I got back into Dead by Daylight again. I'm very addicted. I love that game. I played a bit of Pokemon Go because my boyfriend finally got into it. And teaching him how to do it properly has been super fun.
What's the proper way to play Pokemon Go? Give me the hot tips.
No, just like teaching him, like, you know, you don't have to keep every Pokemon. You should get rid of these Pokemon. Like, make sure you're appraising your Pokemon before you just transfer them away. And, you know, here, your bag is full all the time. Okay, well, you don't need to keep potions because you have better potions. You have mega potions. You don't fucking need... Actually, he's got hyper potions, not mega potions. That's not even a thing. And things like that. Just like basic, like don't keep the shitty stuff. Get rid of the shitty stuff. That's what I've been teaching
That's good advice for life in general.
I know people who will be like, oh, I'm full of Pokemon. And I'm like, why? I've never ran into that issue. And they're just like, well, I don't want to transfer them because they're so cute. And I'm like, that's not how this game works. Like, you keep the best ones and throw the rest in the garbage. And they're like, oh, no.
But if they're cute, then, like, why would you throw them in the garbage? You can't throw cute things in the garbage.
Because how else am I going to grind them up into candy?
Yes.
That's horrifying.
Well, hopefully they'll be able to transfer them all.
Pokemon is a messed up world.
They'll transfer them all into their Let's Go, so at least they won't keep
I'm
them
going
on
to transfer only Mew into Let's Go.
Only.
Just kidding. I don't think you can do that.
Why won't you be able to transfer Mew?
Because I think the only way you can get Mew in Let's Go is if you get the Pokemon Go the ball. I
haven't heard any restriction from you transferring any Pokemon from. So I have a feeling it's probably you can get it either way. If you can't get it by playing the game itself, but you can get it if you get the Pokeball because it will obviously become in there. But then if you have it on Let's Go, I would imagine you'd be able to transfer it from there too. But that might be something that Nintendo's not going to say that specific thing until people are going to like find that out when the game actually comes out.
Well, I mean, Nintendo did say that Mew will be available in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu exclusively for the owners of the Pokeball Plus. So that leads me to believe that even though I own Mew in regular Pokemon Go, if I didn't get the Pokeball Plus accessory, I would be excluded because I'm not an owner of that accessory, and that is the wording that Nintendo chose to use.
I will bet you $10 that you will be able to transfer a Mew from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Let's Go. Do you accept my bet, Darian?
No, I don't bet.
Okay. Okay, so other video games.
I've also played a little bit of League of Legends, and I got back into Stardew Valley. It's been consuming my life. I love it. I started a new one. Yeah,
Stardew's
it's so
so good.
good. And that's me. That's what I've been playing. What about Teddy?
Yo, Stardew multiplayer is coming to the Switch really soon. It's in QA. The dev tweeted it out. Like, I think that's a bit that's not in our news section, but just fun fact: Stardew Valley multiplayer coming to the Switch really soon. I'm pretty excited about it. What have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of things actually. Let's see. On and off, I constantly play Dead Cells because that game is amazing and it's on my Switch and it's a great little portable game. I beat Amnesia: The Dark Descent because that's a game that somebody supported me on Patreon to make me play and finish in the month of September. And I beat it. Not as scary as like I was gonna think it was gonna be, because like most of the scares in that game are because it's very atmospheric. Like it's very, very kind of creepy atmosphere, you know. But like when I'm streaming and I'm talking to chat and I'm like trying not to get immersed, then it's different. Whereas the game that I'm playing now, that the same guy pledged on Patreon to make me play another horror game in the month of October, he's making me play Alien Isolation.
Oh no!
It's rough. And it's also long too. So it's like, this is fun. But so far though, legitimately more scary than Amnesia, because there's a monster you gotta like run from, and you like you don't fully know when he's there, and it's actually like a game, so you gotta like figure out how to get into the next area. Like I have a walkthrough because I already got stuck once, so I'm like, this is a great game design. But like I'm going through with the walkthrough, trying to get through, and it's rough, but it's okay.
I've had an issue with scary games in general that I feel like I get stuck on them more because
Sometimes.
like you're like I find myself more frustrated. Like there's definitely a period where you're like scared because like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen, but then you die a few times and you can't figure out how to proceed and you just get frustrated. I feel like that.
And it's also like you don't feel the freedom to explore, to figure out as much because you're so scared and you don't want to.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, so yeah, I have a walkthrough and I'm having chat help me. I'm basically, from now on my streams, I'm gonna play, if I'm doing a 4-hour stream, I'm gonna play 2 hours of that and then 2 hours of something I want to play, so I can like just slowly knock it out. And then I can't play it in longer chunks because like at a certain point I'm like, okay, I have to stop. This is awful.
I just love that Teddy's just like turned video games into work.
Yeah, man, that's what you gotta do. It's letting me get Black Ops. It's letting me get Black Ops 4 coming out on Friday. Very excited about it. I'm gonna go pre-order that after this. What else have I played? I finally beat and platinumed Spider-Man. I beat the main story and I platinumed it, and it was great and it was very fun. The platinum took the only annoying thing about the platinum was the crimes, but like even then, like it wasn't even annoying. It was just a little bit of a thing that I gotta like wait for, because like the crimes pop up randomly in each sector, so you just go there and kind of wait, and then it'll pop up and then you're like, okay. But I just sat there and like watched something and then went and did the crimes, and it was not a hard platinum at all.
Did you get the DLCs?
Yeah, so that's coming out later in October, the first one.
Yeah, I think it's the 28th. I think I haven't platinumed it yet. I think I'm going to do more, like I finished the game, but I think I'm going to wait till the DLCs to kind of use that excuse to get back into the game, and then while I'm doing Black Cat stuff, then if I see a crime, then I'll deal with that.
Yeah, definitely do them whenever you see them, because if you're then going for the platinum, it makes it a lot easier. And then what else? I was looking through my games, my list of games that are coming up that I want, and I saw Forza Horizon 4 because it's free with Game Pass, and I have Game Pass, and I saw that and it said the date was October 2nd, and I looked down on my computer and it was like October 2nd, and I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna go home and download that. And everyone was saying that even if you don't like racing games or if you don't care about cars, like Forza Horizon is still really fun, and I gave it a shot. they are correct, and I want to play a lot of that because it's really fun. Like the way it's laid out is very much a Destiny kind of thing, where it's just like you want to grind and you want to like progress, and it's like completionist, and like I'm excited. It's very fun too. Like the missions are super varied. The music's really awesome. It's gorgeous too. Like the seasons changing and all that is super fun. Apparently co-op's a lot of fun, so I'm excited to do that. And then 2 nights ago, Saturday night, I played a couple hours of Alien Isolation. Then I was like, okay, I got 2 hours and I'm done with Spider-Man and I'm done with Amnesia. So now it's time, like I told everybody, to get into Destiny 2 Forsaken. So I hopped in, and let me tell you, it's exactly what I wanted it to be. It's really good, and I'm excited about how much fun I'm having with it. I was like freaking out about all this stuff I was learning, and there were a couple people in chat being like, dude, he's like us in week 1 and week 2. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just delayed. I'm sorry, but this is really great. Like the grind is actually really it's long, but it's manageable because now there's weekly challenges and daily challenges that both of those get you prime engrams or power. They get you powerful gear. The max power cap is 600 and the soft cap is 500. So the soft cap is like whatever you do in Forsaken, you can get gear up to 500. And then at 500, it's kind of locked, where you have to do the activities that get you powerful gear, and then you'll get gear above 500. So like, but what I learned is that it used to just be the weekly stuff, but now there's daily challenges that every day you can log on and do the daily challenges, and like you'll finish the daily Crucible match and it'll give you a leg, like a gauntlets or whatever that are like power above. So it's like it's like progression that's like constant. There's a lot of cool exotic weapon quests that I'm excited for. There's all sorts of cool stuff, and Gambit's really fun, and the strikes are really good, and the Dreaming City's awesome, and Forsaken's really good, and I'm excited to play it. So that's what I'm back into.
Did they make Destiny 2 good?
Yes.
Finally.
Everyone was saying that it's like while I was playing Spider-Man, I was jealous because everyone was literally saying that like this might be the best Destiny's ever been. Like even Destiny 1. And I was like, oh, stop it. I want to play. But so far they might be right.
I like that, like, since Destiny 2's come out, every time there's been an update
so many waves
or DLC thing or like some news coming up, I was like, is this going to make Destiny 2 good, or did it make Destiny 2 good?
It was always going to be Forsaken. If it was going to be anything that made it good again. And thankfully, it has. It was also like one of those things where I just... The problem with it now is like, even if it is amazing and the best Destiny's ever been, like I was talking to my brother-in-law who used to play Destiny and tried Destiny 2 and then fell off. It's like, it's amazing. I'm loving it. But like, I'm not going to recommend it to people. Like even if it's the best Destiny's ever been and the best... like I'm having the most fun with it because Destiny's like one of my favorite things ever. Like if somebody's like, should I play it? And they played like previous Destiny and got burnt out, I'll be like, yeah, I think you should, but like, no, like it's fine. You don't, because like, it's just, you've already been burned so many times. I totally understand not coming back. Like I'm not going to try and convince people to come back because like it's reasonable. Like Destiny 2 should not be at the best point it's been ever. Like, or Destiny as a franchise, like 4 years later. Like it took them like 4 years to get, like 3 years to get back to where it was, and like it took them a year after Rise of Iron to even get back to that. It's just up and down, and I'm scared that they're not gonna get it right next time, so who knows. But right now Forsaken's awesome.
Nice.
I've been playing video games.
Yeah, what are those?
So Super Mario Party just came out. I got that. It's to be fair, I've not really played Mario Party before, but it's what I figured Mario Party would be. It's you do the thing, you play the mini games. I got a friend visiting, so we played it together. We did the team based mode. That was cool. I did some of the mini game challenge. I haven't unlocked all of the mini games, but I unlocked a lot of them. And yeah, it's Mario Party. I don't like. It would have been so awesome if they allowed you to do all of the Mario Party stuff online. Instead, it's kind of a really dumb thing they've done with it. Like you can only do you play 5 of the mini games, randomly chosen mini games of a possible 10. There's like over 80 normal mini games that you could play if you're playing like with somebody in the same room, but they limited it to 10 for the online mode. So it's freaking bizarre. Maybe if that would be so awesome if they open up the full board game. I don't know why they chose to do it this way, but
That's weird.
I'm definitely gonna have some people over for my extra live stream, and we're probably gonna play some more Super Mario Party. It's gonna be really awesome when we can get 4 people to play that.
Nice.
I have also been playing Spider-Man. I beat it before Teddy Chinaris. That's probably a first.
No, not really, because I never beat video games anymore.
Oh, me either. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Spider-Man's not that long. I got distracted for like a week because I couldn't stream because of assignments, and when I did, I was playing Amnesia to beat it. So
I probably would have fallen off God of War and not came back if somebody was not pressuring me to keep playing, and I'm glad she did.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and I because I was renting God of War the entire time, so I was like, do I want to keep renting it? And but she kept pressuring me. Spider-Man I had on my PS4, so it was easy. Like I downloaded it right away, and I'll be jumping back in for the DLC. It feels really good. I haven't platinumed it yet, so like I said, I'll probably use the DLC as an excuse to wrap up what I've got left.
yeah.
I also played a game called Virtual Reality. It's a VR game that on its face seems really like simple and goofy, and like there wasn't really much going on. It's got you like, so you're a human in an AI world, and they're like, AI are hiring you as a human to do things for them. Like there's one guy who wanted me to, he was a sailboat, and he wanted me to experience the sunset for him. Like he kind of like the sunset came, and he just wanted me to like look at it and just enjoy it with him. There was one guy who was a tumbleweed, and I had to blow him on with a was it leaf blower, so that he could like experience being a tumbleweed and stuff. It was really like weird and stuff. But at one point you are given a gadget that lets you like break out of these assignments and see kind of like this world, like kind of the structure behind it. And it ends up being this really cool narrative about the singularity, about like, and more than that, just about a guy who chased his dreams almost like, and got like caught up with the kind of the voices in his head and stuff, and was very cool. Like there was definitely parts of like, oh, I don't know, like I'm intrigued because like I would hear about this game and people would be like, oh, virtual reality is amazing, don't look into it, just play it. It starts off slow, but just get into it. And definitely like the end, like there's just like a very sweet little bit. You actually get a choice it's pretty straightforward, but at one point you get a choice, and I went to both endings because it lets you replay from that choice. And the one of the choices is very like sweet, and the other one just like kind of creeped me the heck out. But it's very, very cool. If you've got a VR Vive, I think it's only on Steam right now. I'm sure you could probably come to other things eventually. But it's a very cool experience, and I recommend it. And I've got Golf Story.
Dude, Golf Story is so good. I love Golf Story. I got stuck at a certain point, which is weird, and I haven't like gotten. I didn't like. I was playing it like at work, so I wasn't able to give like full attention to it. So I got stuck, but like I need to go back and figure out and push through because that game's really fun.
I've been using it as like a chill game that I can play like once in a while because like it's a bunch
awesome.
of small tasks, so it's easy to do it while I'm like watching TV and stuff. I will say, like, I've played with the sound off pretty much because I've been playing while doing other things. And at one point, I turned the volume on and was like, the soundtrack is dope. It has got good songs.
Yeah, the sound effects are really cute too. It's all very cute.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like it's kind of story. Like I hope there's a payoff at the end, but the fact like it starts with your dad kind of teaching you how to play golf.
It's so good. It's like it's very much like Pokemon.
Yeah.
With the story.
And then it like flashes forward and like you never became a pro golfer, but now you've like
you've come back and
you've lost your wife or you left your wife, I'm not sure, and
I don't know.
And it's just like I'm gonna go try and become a golfer, and you just like kind of suck and just like try and get anybody to like help you become a golfer, and it's really cool. And like it gets super weird. At one point you use golfing to defeat zombies, and it's pretty cool.
There's a bit where you go, I can't there's like these there's like disc golf dudes on the course that you go up to the disc golf guy and they're like, yeah, we're the real golf, let's see what you got. And they're like dudes with like afros and it's great.
I hate the disc golf deal. I'm suck at it so much.
Yeah, it's weird. You have to like fully get how to the controls are weird on that.
Yeah, definitely. Like you kind of got to like steer it after you throw it, and it's confusing. Like, and you have to do the disc golfing to progress, but it's not too much of it. You eventually get past it.
Yeah.
I've been really digging all the stuff I've been playing lately. And I'm looking forward to all the cool things coming, like the news section.
Oh man.
Hey Darian.
Oh, man.
Remember when we used to have people do theme songs for the news section?
No.
Nope.
Okay. That was a good time. So this is the news, and I'm going to give it to you in the form of the first news story.
Nice.
And then also the second, and then the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh.
The first news story is there's not going to be a PlayStation Experience this year. PlayStation Experience is skipping 2018 as confirmed by Sony itself. I've never been to a PlayStation Expo. They've had some like small, like it's been the source of maybe one or two big pieces of news out of Sony, but according to the article, they said the words of Jumanji. They just kept narrating the movie Jumanji.
Oh, really? Oh, that's really odd. I don't know why they would do such a thing. That's crazy.
Now that we have Spider-Man at the door, we're looking down into 2019 games like Dreams and Days Gone, but we won't have enough to bring people all together in North America to have that event. We don't want to set expectations really high and then not deliver on that. It was a hard choice, but we have all determined that this year we will not hold PlayStation Experience. Now, last year they said, we're hoping that next year we'll be able to announce that people will be able to change their names.
Yep. That's the funny workaround that people were saying, was that in the interview Greg had with Sean Layden, he was like, Greg asked, and he was like, let's just say this, but by the time PSX rolls around next year, we'll probably have something to say. It was something like that. And then now there's no PSX.
What a cop-out.
Yeah, I will say that I've heard that they're very, very close, like rumors. Developers. I saw a news story, and I think it was just kind of a rumor, so we're not including it.
There's rumors going around that like somebody saw literally in the UI, like under account settings, a thing that said like edit username and stuff like that. So
it seems like they're very, very close. So
yeah, but they've been saying that for like 7 years. So who knows?
We'll see. But if you're hoping to find out about PlayStation Expo this year, you're SOL. But if you want some awesome PlayStation news, go over to our friends at Kinda Funny. I hear they're trying to fill that hole in your heart by doing a big event.
Yeah, they're doing a conference. That's basically what Greg said. He was like, you know what? Since PSX is not doing a thing, we're gonna do a conference. And then like just a billion developers and publishers started emailing them. So we'll see how that turns out. That's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool that they're like, hey,
Yeah, it'll be awesome. But like,
it was definitely
what it's
like
gonna look
PlayStation Expo gave games an opportunity, like especially smaller games, because Sony will show off their bigger titles and they'll kind of be like, oh, also check out these indies we'll have. So it's seems like Greg and the guys at Kind of Funny are kind of trying to give those smaller games a spotlight with their kind of internet conference.
yeah.
You know what PlayStation Experience could have talked about if they had?
What could they have talked about?
They could have talked about how they're finally bringing in crossplay. Can
Yeah,
you
they
talk
could
about
have, but that would have been really late because that would have been like in December, and this happened like in October. But yeah, when did this happen? What day was this? This was September 28th, which was a fucking random ass Friday. The random ass Friday morning. I woke up and there was like a post on the PlayStation blog that was like, hey, so thought about it. And we're going to start supporting cross-platform play for Fortnite, and it's going to be in beta, but that's starting today, and it took a while, but we did it, and now that's a thing. Like, and I was shocked. I was like, oh, okay? Because I thought if they were going to do it, they would have fucking done it by now. That's the thing. Like, if they were going to finally do cross-platform play, especially with Fortnite, that would have just happened. Like, they seemed very set in stone, but I guess it took them a while, or maybe it didn't, and they just had to convince somebody eventually finally was like, fine, we'll do it, and that's probably what this is.
I mean, shout out to the gamers. They kept the pressure on.
Yeah, I mean, I deleted Fortnite off my PS4 and played on my Xbox and my Switch and my PC, because like I didn't want to, no. Like that's stupid, but I'm very happy this is a thing.
Does this mean that I can now use the PlayStation Fortnite account that I have on my Switch?
Well, they said that they're like, I think so, but they also said that they're working on like a way for you to like merge your accounts. Nice. Epic came out and said that when this was going around.
Okay, good.
So yeah, it's very exciting. I'm very happy about it. Even though I haven't played Fortnite in a long time. I was watching somebody play Fortnite for the first time like a week ago or something, and for the first time in a long time, and I was like, man, I miss this game. It's fun. Like, even to just hop in for like an hour. I might go do that sometime. Who knows? Probably not. There's too many video games.
I will. Can you? They did a little update.
Yeah, he said, Sean Layden, the chief executive of SIE Worldwide Studios, discussed the beta and cross-console play. He said that allowing cross-console play was not about flipping a switch. It's very multi-dimensional. It took longer than I would have wanted, but it took as long as it had to.
Which sounds like some BS, because literally Fortnite accidentally flipped the switch and it happened.
Well, the thing is, like, but they weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's talking about on the tech side. I think he's talking about legalities. Like, Microsoft already was ready. Microsoft, like, has had this stance where they're down for cross-platform play for a long time. So they were just like, all right, let's do it. But, like, I think it's very possible. I mean, Sony's also a Japanese company, so it might be different. I don't know. But, like, I think it's very possible that, like, they weren't ready for, like, what it meant legally, because I mean it's connecting different like competitors. Like, I don't know, I think that might be possible, but at the same time very possibly bullshit.
Yeah. Probably just like an excuse of like,
yeah, like I said, somebody got convinced.
Yeah.
Finally they're like, okay.
It's like, oh, this is probably hurting us, maybe we'll find, like, they're not accepting, oh, we're the best as an excuse. Yeah. Maybe we finally have to do it.
What a terrible statement that was. We believe Fortnite's the best place to play for Fortnite is on PS4. So you know what? You're going to play here.
AKA, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm happy about this. I might actually re-download it on PS4 and do that. But at this point, everybody pressured me to play on PC. And like most of the time, whenever I watch somebody play, it's on PC. So it's weird when I go to console. I don't know. I just suck with a mouse and keyboard. It's too fast. Dude, Fortnite on PC, you're pressing so many buttons to like build and all this. It's just like you're also WASD to move. You're just like there's so many keys. You're like hacking the planet.
Yep, hacking
That's
the
all.
planet on Fortnite.
Hacking the planet, dude.
Well, some people like to play on their Nintendo Switch to get an easier play on
true.
Fortnite, and maybe they'll use a new Switch hardware to play it in the future. Can you tell me about that, Darian?
Yeah, Wall Street Journal is reporting that a new version of the Nintendo Switch is arriving next year. According to suppliers and others with direct knowledge of the plan. I guess primarily what they're updating is they're updating the screen to be more in line with standard smartphone LCDs, which could make the Switch brighter, thinner, and more energy efficient.
Yep.
I think that's all the updates, pretty much. Just
It's
fixing
probably,
the screen.
I mean, it probably has more power, right? I would assume. Is that not stated?
Like the Switch is actually very small. Like the actual screen part is very thin the way it is. Like I feel like the controllers are the fattest part about it. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like a Switch really needs to be thinner.
Well, it could be thinner. Got it right here. But like my biggest problem when they unveiled the Switch is like the that bit on the top and on the side. There's a big black border. And when
bezel?
I first saw it, I was the bezel. And when I first saw it, I was like, man, it's really, that's a lot of space. That's like not like you could just make the thing. I mean, I'm sure it's bigger to fit stuff in it, but like I wish like that was just. I had a friend who had a monitor. Like my monitors are nice, but like the outside border was like this. It was like super thin, so it was like mostly screen, and I love it when it's like that.
I'm pretty happy with the Switch design in general. That like if
I
they
still
can make
don't
the
love-
screen,
It seems like letterboxing.
if they make the screen brighter, that'll be cool. But I don't care. I feel like it doesn't need to be thinner, but sure.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I'm okay. I probably will not, unless the thing has new power, and even then I won't because I'm cheap. But I would, if it had more power, I would consider it a lot more than just like slimmer and
I
sleeker.
feel like they'd have to make more significant changes for me to even consider. Like, not even power is enough for me. Like,
What?
if it was maybe slightly bigger, but not like obnoxiously bigger, like bigger
like a
display.
Switch XL?
Yeah, I'd probably get one of those.
I've seen people like when this news got announced going like, I just bought a Switch. And it's like, A, this is a small change, and B, it's like a year off. So
Right.
just buy. If someone was considering buying a Switch and they saw this, I would go, just buy your Switch and enjoy a year of gaming
It
instead
seems
of
more like a jump from like a PS4 launch to a PS4 Slim instead of
Yeah.
like a Pro. Like it just seems like a smaller. It seems like a 360 to a 360 Slim. Like it's not gonna change too much. You're fine. It's you got a little bit more of a lamer version. You don't have the newest thing, but that it happens. Companies like make new hardware.
I would almost say it would be like the Vita 1000 to the Vita
OLED
2000
and the LCD. Yeah,
of like you're buying a Vita. Like most people buying Vitas don't even notice there was a difference.
yeah. And to be fair though, it was weird because some people prefer the original Vita because of the screen. So it's kind of weird where like some people even want the original one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not too much of a difference. It won't be, at least.
Okay, I don't have a cool transition for this one. Oh, so that was one rumor leak information, and here's another about Harry Potter. If I say it funny, it sounds like a legit transition.
Sure, does it? Is that how that works?
Yep. Anyway, there was leaked video of a Harry Potter game. The footage first appeared on Reddit, courtesy of the poster, "Vape This Bro."
Oh my
I
god.
hadn't heard that. That's funny. I didn't know that was who. That's great.
Who claimed he was shown the video as part of market research. In his words, do you think a random internet stoner would have the skills or patience to create this video? So looking at it, it's like a super, like it's an open world Harry Potter game.
It looks pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's developed by the people who it's Avalanche, which is not the people who make it's not the other Avalanche. It's the people who made, what was it, Disney Infinity?
Yeah, Disney Infinity. Everything about this game is just rumors. There's not been any official statement. People were originally thinking it was Rocksteady. There was an update to the news story on Eurogamer, saying BBC's news reporter and renowned Potter fan Lizio Mzimbe shared some of the knowledge of the project, including 2 possible names. I am told, this is their tweet, I am told this is a yet-to-be-released announced RPG currently titled Harry Potter Magic Awakened, although other titles, including Magic Forever, are also in the mix. Other Potter games are also thought to be on the way. So yeah, I hope they go with Magic Awakened, because Magic Forever sounds real bad.
Yeah, Magic Forever. Yeah, that's not great.
Right, the original video was claimed by Harry Potter, or by Harry Potter himself. Came out, it's like, get that off YouTube. Warner Brothers did a copyright claim and took down the original, but mirrors still exist, so I'm sure you can Google around and find the video.
I saw the original one because I'm a cool kid. I'm a hipster, you know?
Yeah, but as Teddy said, people are believing it is Avalanche, the makers of Disney Infinity, who are supposed to.
If it's not real, like, it was like a minute and a half of like gameplay.
But this is a hot, like, this looks like a legit ass game. It would take so much time for someone to fake this.
I don't, and it's not even like it's one section, right? Like it's like a trailer. Like there's multiple different areas of the game being shown in like a minute and a half. Like I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool, man, to have a new like legit Harry Potter game in 2018. That'd be awesome.
It looks way better than any Harry Potter thing we've had before. It's got character customization. You're making your own person and going to school. And also just zapping some people.
This is zapping some people,
yeah,
dude.
like you're just going around like fighting like creatures and stuff. And I was like, you know, in the movies, Harry Potter, like he fought a few people, but it was like the out of the norm. This your character in this game just seems to be wandering around the forest zapping people.
It depends on what year it was. You know, if he was in those later years, he was zapping people left and right. You know, if it was like first year
when Voldemort was straight up attacking him, yeah, you know, like was he really going to class the 7th year? Like, it doesn't seem like that much.
Not really. I mean, there was one year where he was like teaching Defense Against the Dark Arts, like when he was like teaching a secret group like how to use magic and whatnot and how to defend yourself. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's also a video game, so they're probably gonna. If it's like an RPG, then you're gonna have to level, you know.
Yeah, it'll be definitely interesting how this goes.
I'm excited about it,
but it's because it's even after the leak, no one's announced it, so it must be super early. Because usually after a leak, somebody will come out and go like, "Yeah, it's real. We're the people," but nobody's claimed it yet, so. It must still be too early for anybody to want to claim it, because like maybe they're even deciding if it's still coming out. Maybe that's why nobody's we haven't heard about it even at this state of polishedness of they might have sent it out for market testing and be like, should we keep working on this? And we'll see. But speaking of people who are going to keep working on a project, can you tell me about the fate of The Walking Dead's final season?
Dude, thankfully, it's not dead forever, hopefully. I'm just going to read most of this article because I want to be sure to get everything. But, so, let's see here.
It's an article on Polygon.com.
Yeah, written by Owen S. Good. But also, I'll just start with the tweet. Skybound Games came out and said, Well, first of all, the background is like Telltale Games got shut down. Like nobody was paid like severance or anything. They were all let off, which was like fucking like 250 people or something. It was like a giant deal. And they all were let go, basically, and were told there were a lot of reports coming out about how like they were told they had like 3 hours to get out of the building and to get all their stuff, and like it was a whole ridiculous thing. And the Telltale Twitter came out and said like, we're trying to figure out a way to get the final season of The Walking Dead finished. But that's when everybody was like, yeah, pay your workers, though. Like, pay your employees first. And we'll talk about that in a second. But Skybound Games, which is like the publisher of the comics for The Walking Dead, and I think that it's like they own The Walking Dead.
It's Robert Kirkman's company.
Who
writes The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And so Skybound Games has never made a game. They've been just publishing games.
They published like one, I think.
Yeah.
It's not many. But they came out and said that we're so happy to announce that we've reached a deal with Telltale Games that will allow Skybound to continue The Walking Dead final season. Let's wrap up Clem's story right. More details to come soon. So they don't have many details, but everyone again responded to that with like, okay, cool, but like pay your employees before you finish this. And I just thought I think that's interesting because like if Skybound does like finish it right, they're going to hire the people who worked on The Walking Dead, and they're going to hire them and pay them. Like I feel like that was assumed.
He has said that he's working with the Telltale people, so they're basically he's giving them.
It's a bummer for people who weren't working on Walking Dead who were at Telltale.
And obviously, I doubt they'll need as many They're not going to need 250 people to finish it out, but it's at least going to help. And
yeah, I mean, it'll help some people. A lot of the people who are like, "Oh, pay your employees," it's like that's not Skybound's fault. Like that's not their responsibility. Like they're just trying to finish The Walking Dead. They're not like, "Hey, we're gonna give severance to 250 people." Like that's not that's not what they were trying to do. And it's not that's not what they do. They're trying to publish a game. But it is still a shitty situation. But at least Clem's story will be finished right, and the people who will help make it will hopefully be in a good place. So yeah, that's exciting.
Darian, are you excited?
You know what else is exciting?
Well, I don't think Darian's actually excited about it. So
I'm excited about it.
Well, Darian
should be.
Are you excited about Mojang's latest announcement?
Sure.
Okay, tell me about it, please. Thank you. Come again.
Thanks. Come again. So Mojang announced Minecraft Dungeons. It's a overhead view dungeon crawler populated by monsters and familiar figures from the Minecraft world. It's due out next year on Windows PC. They haven't confirmed any other platforms yet. It's being developed in Sweden at Mojang's home base. Players can take on the world alone or as part of a 4-person group. And it says visually the world is an enhanced version of Minecraft's familiar landscape of blocks. And Teddy and Bryce earlier said it was Diablo, but Minecraft.
It's Diablo.
Yeah, that's what it seems like with an overhead dungeon crawler.
Yeah, when I looked at it and stuff, I was like, this is Diablo, right?
Hopefully.
And it's Diablo with Minecraft characters and stuff. And
yeah, I'm excited about it. The Mojang is like the Minecraft developer. I don't think they've put out a game in like ever. I mean, Notch tried to make Scrolls, but like I think that got shut down relatively recently. Like I don't know. I'm excited about this just because it's the developer that makes Minecraft, like, and they're putting out a new game. That'll be very interesting.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll all be able to purchase Minecraft Dungeons.
Doubtful.
At Toys R Us.
Also doubtful.
Prob's not.
Because because Toys R Us bankruptcy auction was canceled. They were gonna sell off all of the giraffes. They had a big room of giraffes, and everyone was gonna get to buy one, but they canceled it. All the kids are sad now, but now the brand, the Toys R Us brand, is set to come back. Wall Street Journal reports, this is from Polygon, so it's a source from a source, but the Wall Street Journal reports that the Toys R Us's controlling lenders intend to revive the business behind Toys R Us and Babies R Us brand names. The goal is to create new domestic retail operating businesses while maintaining its licensing of certain products worldwide. So we talked about like how Toys R Us shut down, and that's kind of sad. And while this, I guess we don't really know how this is gonna go, because like it seems like a bunch of money people are gonna have their hands in the cookie jar, which to be fair was the case, and that caused it to die originally. But it's Toys R Us was always cool. Like it's cool to have an entire store that's just toys. So I hope they can pull it off and it comes back and they do it good this time.
Hopefully.
Agreed.
Jeffrey the giraffe, he's out there. He's out there somewhere looking for a home. Yeah. Let's get him back in the right place. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm hoping to, I don't know. Hey, did you
shut it down?
Did you know that Last Geek has launched a Patreon to help make great content like this podcast? For the low price of $5 a month, you can get a shout out on each and every episode of Ready Set Gamecast.
$5? That's crazy.
Yep. Like Aaron C did. We've also got exclusive episodes and mail that you can get on there. Just go to patreon.com/lastgeek and check it out. It's gonna be a great time. But you know what else is a great time? The topic of the show is a great time. I agree, Tate Chinaris. You were right all along.
Wow, it's crazy, dude. Read my mind and everything.
Yep. While I was collapsed in sickness 2 weeks ago, I sent this one to you guys and you went with it. The topic is Fortnite is basically gaming's mascot right now, similar to how Minecraft, Halo, Call of Duty, Super Mario Brothers was in years back. Do you think Fortnite represents gaming well? And I will add, like, the reason I thought about this was that I was listening to the podcast, the Giant Bombcast. It's either Beastcast or Bombcast. They have two. And they were talking about how Fall Out Boy played in Chicago. And when they played their song Grand Theft Autumn, also known as Where's Your Boy Tonight, they had somebody playing Fortnite on the like screen behind them. And it was like, this is weird. So weird, but like right now, Fortnite is that thing that like when someone thinks about gaming, they think about Fortnite. And
it's a bummer.
Yeah. So Teddy, do you think like Fortnite is good as that game?
Well,
actually, hold on. I'm going to actually phrase this differently for a second. What if you could pick a game to fill that role, what game would you choose?
Oh shit. The problem is like I don't like that it's the thing because it's only like one thing, because like gaming's so many different things. Like I don't know if I could pick one good or better thing. Like probably either something like The Last of Us, but not necessarily The Last of Us, because then people would be like, oh, the violence.
Yeah, I definitely had the same thought, because Last of Us was my first thought, because you definitely want to show the depth and where like
what it can do,
what cool stuff
story wise too. But like, I feel like that wouldn't end too well.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to be like World of Warcraft, because like that WoW's so fucking impressive, and like the social bonds and like what that can do is incredible. But like then everyone's like, oh, but people are addicted, oh, you know, and then people bring up stories like that. So it's like, I don't know, no matter what, people are gonna bring something bad into it. I think Minecraft was honestly a very good one for a while.
That's actually my pick because like as a game, like it's, you know, people are gonna be all like, oh, the graphics, like this is what games look like. But having the like mascot of games be just like a simple, just like making this cool thing, making whatever you want, having these little adventures, like if you saw a kid playing that, I would encourage a kid to play Minecraft because they're exploring their creativity, they're having fun, they can have fun with their friends. I think like as weird it is for any game to just be the mascot, like I feel like Minecraft filled that role well.
Yeah, for sure. It's creative, you know, so even if your kid's playing single player, you could be like, oh, but he's like building and whatnot. And like all the monsters are like cartoony and like it's not, people can't be like, oh, it's so violent because, you know, you just have like a stick, you just have a sword and a bow and that's it. And the like, you could also be social and play with friends and whatnot. Like, I don't know. There's not too much bad you can say about Minecraft. I'm sure you could be like, oh, a kid's addicted, but like it's whatever.
Yeah, there's worse things they could be doing. What do you feel about Minecraft being that game? Especially because like Minecraft, I would argue, is bigger than any of these other games. Maybe Super Mario Brothers would be the closest one, but I have seen kids all about Fortnite. I have seen college kids, even like older adults are playing Fortnite. It is bigger than I have seen anything else because like it's almost like Call of Duty, but its graphics are so like goofy that parents feel okay with their kids playing it. Yeah. So it's way bigger. How do you feel about it being that level of big?
It's fine. It could be worse. Like, I don't know. It definitely could be worse. It's just tiresome when there is one thing that's blown up so much that like the like mainstream media gets a hold of it and starts talking about it because they don't understand it and they're like, oh, this Fortnite thing, and it's hard to like, we have to explain and there's always like stereotypes that come with it. But I guess out of everything, I don't see what could really be better other than like Minecraft. Like, it's fine. I mean, fucking, let's put Journey up there. Let's have Journey as our video game mascot. You can't complain much about Journey. You can't find problems with that. It's a great video game.
Darian, as a player of one of the former big mascots, Pokemon Go, what would you, do you have a game other than mine? Like, do you have a different choice for like the gaming mascot?
I mean, not necessarily. I feel like a lot of the ones that I would think of as gaming mascots have been gaming mascots in the past, like Minecraft and WoW.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I wouldn't really expand upon it. I feel like in this time, the most popular games end up being the mascots. So like for a while, Overwatch was one of those as well.
Like Overwatch was big, but I'm not sure it's as big as these other games that like.
Oh no.
I don't think when you talk to a random person of like people who don't play video games know about Fortnite. They have, but like. I think I could ask my coworkers, and most of them would not have heard of Overwatch. Like whereas as my coworkers, like they have, some of them have kids, some of them have teenage age kids. So they're, I think, a pretty good test of like if they're talking about a game, it's probably because it's that big. And definitely like they asked me like, Oh, have you played Fortnite? And I'm like, I mean, I have. I played it a couple times. I didn't love it. Talk about PUBG. I'll say about PUBG, but yeah, Fortnite just came in and knocked PUBG of not being. If PUBG was out on all of the consoles from the get-go. If they went as hard as Fortnite did, it might have been a different story, but Fortnite just came fast and hard and
yeah, it's what you got.
Gross.
wow. So you're happy. I guess you're fine with Fortnite as the mascot, Darian.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty indifferent about it. I feel like it's good that a free game is one of the mascots.
I mean, it's microtransaction as F.
Well,
It's
not for
not
gameplay.
bad version though, not a bad way.
It's not loot cratey, but definitely I think you could throw money into it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You could, but you don't have to in order to play it.
I played that game for like 40 hours before I spent anything on it.
I love that there was the Fortnite skin that was exclusive to the Samsung phones.
Dude, the thing's so cool.
and people were like going to stores to like log in and get access to it on their account, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like having a free to play game as the mascot can only not necessarily can only mean good things, but can mean more good things. Like it means many, many, many more people have access to it.
Yeah, more people can play it.
And I think that's a good way to expand the gaming community as a whole.
I would love for a more like deeper story game like Last of Us to get that kind of attention. But I think just because it's that deep, it's never gonna become as huge as a game like this. But it's just easy to pick up.
And it's also the multiplayer aspect. Like, it's that kids can play with their friends. Like, that's part of it.
Speaking of kids, the topic for next show is video games good for kids?
Oh, tell me that.
Wait till you hear what these three armchair video game experts think.
I do not have kids, so like I cannot like
you know kids.
All
You've
of
seen
us,
them.
yeah.
You've seen them around. Yeah, I wanted to add that in of just like, hey, we're not gonna, really be able to tell you, but well, I think we have opinions of how it is.
Yeah.
But if you have opinions on is video games good for kids, send it in to us at readysetgamecast.com/submit. Also, shout out to Matt A. Plays, because I also hate spoilers, but was not here to defend that fact. So luckily, Matt also commented. But speaking of people who went to readysetgamecast.com/submit, Darian's now going to read your questions and comments.
Yes, I am.
There's not too many.
There's two. I'm gonna double check as she reads it, but
perfect. So do you want to be a part of the show? Go to readysetgamecast.com/submit to submit a question, comment, or your favorite princess for us to read on the show. Jack says, no specific question, but I really like the idea of collecting submissions through G forums. I'm totally stealing it. Thanks for the inspiration.
What else would you use?
I mean,
Google Forms is like the way to go.
Yeah,
Twitter.
I've seen people do it through emails and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I stole this from somebody else. I didn't be like, hey, thanks, I'm stealing your thing, but it's cool.
Huh. I would have went straight to Google Forms.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great system, easy to submit things and easy for us to pull it.
Yeah.
Super easy, guys.
Google.
If you've been listening to the show and going like, I would love to submit a question, comment, or favorite princess, but the whole process seems complicated. It's super easy. just go to the thing and do it up, and we'll love you. Please.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's a big.
I give my love freely.
And the next question is from Andy Mouse, and she says, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
I actually know who that person is.
It's a weird question because like there's no candy's just candy. Like Halloween candy is just candy. When I was a kid, I was a big fan of like little Three Musketeers. Those are good.
I mean, arguably, like the Halloween candies are smaller, and there's certainly candies that are like
fun
better in
size.
the smaller size.
Yeah. I think Three Musketeers are those because there's not as much of the middle stuff, and there's like the edge of the chocolate. There's more of that. It's a better combination.
The middle stuff is the best.
The middle stuff is good. Don't get me wrong, but like just chocolate in general, like the edge, like it's a better balance. You know, just slightly. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then, on my way home from class, I'll just stop by the gas station and get a 2-pack of Three Musketeers. Because I'm fat. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm offended.
Darian, what's your...
Feels bad, man.
I mean, I don't have a favorite Halloween candy. I eat all sorts of candy all year round. Like,
As you should.
all the time. I always have candy in my person. Last night I bought a shareable size of the M&M's Crispies.
Yo, those are good.
Yeah, and
Pretzel
it's
M&Ms
just
are
in
also
my
really good.
backpack. Peachios are my all-time favorite, though. That's my favorite candy of all time.
Do you give out candy for Halloween?
No, I live in an apartment building.
I'm in a like nicer apartment building now, and I have to ask the neighbors and see if we get people here, like kids.
Also, Sonic in the chat points out, it's a good point, the middle stuff in the Three Musketeers nougat. Totally just didn't want to be wrong, so I was just like, the middle stuff. But yeah, that's true.
Also, fun fact, as I said, I know the person. Also, mine's Mr. Goodbar. I don't really see those like on store shelves, but I always see them in like assorted things that come with like Kit Kats, Mr. Goodbars, and I think Hershey's, like tiny ones. They're good. Apparently Annie Mouse is supposed to be like anonymous. I would have never gotten that.
You need another like N. Annie Mouse. It needs to be like Annie Mouse.
Annie and Mouse. No, that's
Annie and Mouse. Yeah, like put an N as like the middle initial.
But this brings us to housekeeping. Did you know you can go to ReadySetGamecast.com for links to the podcast on all your favorite podcast services, including iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and now Spotify. Yep,
That's
we're
exciting.
official. It's us. We were pulling a Taylor Swift. We were like, I don't know if I want to be on Spotify, but then we did it to mess with that one girl, the one that she's feuding with.
Katy Perry?
Katy Perry. We were like, oh, Katy Perry's got an album coming out. Ready Set Gamecast is on Spotify now. Take that. And then we're on there now. So if you've got Spotify, listen to us there.
That's impressive. How did you? I know that a lot of people like struggle getting like Spotify selective. How did that happen?
They changed their process, and now it's super easy
really?
to get in.
Well, that's good.
So we didn't actually achieve anything.
Yeah, like I saw an article saying that they like changed their process and submitted the thing, and literally I submitted it, went to bed. When I woke up, we were on there. So I was like, dope.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's good because I was thinking about using Spotify for my podcast because, like, you know, like it'd be nice to have it all in one place with my music and my podcast. But like, they didn't have a lot of them because they were selective. But now,
Yeah, you used to be
Now
you
I
had to
think-
like go through certain services.
I also
and
really
stuff.
like Pocket Casts, so I don't know.
I feel like the distinction now is that like they have special stuff on Spotify Premium
yeah,
to pay for.
but I really like Pocket Casts, so I don't know. But I'll look into it.
You
I
figure out your
hate
life.
Radio Public, but I use it to listen to my favorite app or favorite podcasts.
Even though you hate it.
I hate it. There's 2 ads that they use, okay? All right. So the whole
Okay,
idea of
all right.
Radio Public is that you are financially supporting your favorite podcast, right? So anytime I open one of my favorite podcasts, which is usually Ready Set Gamecast or Game Corp, I click on it, and the ad beforehand is like, thanks for using Radio Public. Listening to this ad means you financially support the podcast. And now, here's your show, right? Except for there's 2 of them. One of them is upbeat and friendly and has like a background music. And one of them is, hi, this is Phoebe Judge. And I'm just like, what the fuck, Phoebe Judge is somebody holding a gun to your head. I am uncomfortable
Phoebe, are you okay?
listening to you. Advertising.
Phoebe,
What-
cough
and-
twice if you're in trouble.
Right. And like all that they're advertising is literally their app. Like, you're using this app, and so now you're financially supporting your podcast. I was expecting like different advertisements.
Yeah.
Like it's literally just this app financially supports your podcast. Here's your
What's
show.
the
And
point?
it's just so fucking
How does that
weird.
work
And
financially?
I don't know.
I think they're at the stage where they're trying to get more people to use their app so that they can go to advertisers and be like, look at all the
Yeah.
people who use our app. Please advertise with us. But they're in that middle ground of like they're trying to grow people using their app and they're not there yet. So they're just being like, please listen here.
Please.
They should have better advertisements because every time she goes, "Hi, it's Phoebe Judge," I'm like, "Oh my God, stop! Stop!
get
I
outta
don't
here."
think I can listen. I don't want this."
What's so bad about Phoebe?
Just the way she talks is extremely unsettling.
She's
just trying to
anti-ASMR.
Support your favorite podcast.
Anyway, so you can also experience the podcast at youtube.com/lastgeek. Also, I feel like I haven't done this in forever. If you like the show, please subscribe, rate, and review it on iTunes and Stitcher. It helps us grow and become more powerful.
Yeah, Bryce, you haven't done it in like a month, but when I did it, Teddy did his first
I did
double
2
flex
arms.
while you were
Ooh.
gone.
For the first time.
Fancy.
And she was like, "Did you just do 2 arms for the first time and Bryce isn't here?" And I'm like, "Yup."
And then he said, #suck it, Bryce, for the
A
17th time.
lot. It was a lot in that, like,
I'm just messing around.
the last time Teddy wasn't on the podcast, the intro was like all the things we like about Teddy. This time, I miss
contrast.
one show in over a year. And it's like, #suck
For
it,
being
Bryce.
sick.
And I was literally like vomiting at the time.
I'm a terrible person. It's okay.
Other Last Geek stuff you should check out. This is your regular reminder. The Gaming Corp has a new episode. I remember we talked about Pokemon for like 30 minutes, and it's good content.
As
That
one
wasn't
does.
that wasn't the last episode, was it?
Yes.
Because the last episode ended, you guys were talking about Jumanji.
Yeah, we ended talking about Jumanji, but for the first 30 minutes, we were just making up Pokemon.
I guess I didn't realize that was the same episode. You did talk about a vampire Pokemon, and I was a
Yes.
huge fan of that.
That was literally like I had the idea for a vampire Pokemon, so that's why I went with that whole thing. And then like Becker seemed very confident about her having good Pokemon at the beginning, but as it went on, I feel like mine was a little bit stronger.
I think you thought yours out a little bit more. She was like, "Oh, I've thought about this once,"
No,
and
see,
then she tried.
I thought of vampire, and then also a steak, and that was it. And I was like, oh, well, I'll do a bat, and then it evolves into a vampire, and then I had a basketball. So there was like literally, I don't know, it's a basketball.
It was kind of a hot mess, but it was entertaining to listen to.
Yeah, I thought we did it good. But if you want more Ready Set Gamecast, we can help you out there. We recorded a bonus episode of Ready Set Gamecast talking about how we started and where we want to go with content creation. I think we had some very good conversations out of that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Everybody should go to Patreon. .com/ what is it?
Last Geek.
Teddy Chinaris.
I mean that too. But and it's just $1 and you can listen to a bonus episode.
Oh, my old Patreon is also still up.
Anyway,
I thought that I canceled it. Funny story. I thought I canceled my Patreon, but I randomly got an email saying this person gave you $5 on your Patreon, and I was like, what? oh no. And I like went on and I was like, how did you find this? Why is this still here? And I like rapidly was like, oh God, this is so out of date. Like I changed my username 2 years ago and it was still on my old username and all of my old info. And I was just like, oh no.
So what was the $5 tier?
I don't know.
What you have to give them a thing now. You don't know what they gave you the
It says you'll be able to join or to chat in the patron only Discord channel, and I don't have one of those.
Wow.
Damn. That's rough.
Nailing it.
I'm pretty proud of all the work that I put into my Patreon, by the way. Just throwing that out there. There's cool things on there.
But the Patreon exclusive episode of Race at Gamecast will be released later this month. So if you want to check it out, go to patreon.com/lastgeek and give at least $1 and it will be available to you when it's released. Hey Darian, where can people find you?
In the hole that I'm digging in my backyard.
Wow.
Nice.
That's dark. Why are you gonna be down there?
It's just like a hangout hole, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah. You just plop down a chair, you're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay, you're building a bunker, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be cool.
My dream house is actually like it looks like it's a tiny house on top, and then there's like 5 floors underground.
Dude, what I want, no matter like one day, what I want is to have a secret room. Not even much in there, just a room. Doesn't have to be too big, but like you pull a book on a bookshelf or something and it like slides away. Like you go over to a statue and you're like, pff, and it's like pff, opens up like the staircase, like some Batman shit.
That book is going to be called Teddy's Life Story because no one will ever try and read it.
Yeah, nobody will ever pull it. That was good. Air horns.
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and dexterity.com. My username is Dexterity. It's DEXTERIDEE. All right, Teddy, your turn.
Yo, shit. You can find me on wordpress.com/Club Penguin. Yo, real fucking talk. I don't know why this came back up. Not kidding. I wrote a blog about Club Penguin at one point. It's totally lost. Like, I have no idea where it is or how to get to it, but I wish I could. Because I wrote about, like, the events. I took screenshots. Like, it was a whole thing. But that's a thing I just remembered. But, no, you can find me on twitch.tv/Teddy Chinaris. I'm going to be playing a lot of Alien Isolation and Destiny 2 Forsaken. It's going to be great. And then you can, and Black Ops 4, that's coming out soon. I'm going to be playing that. And then YouTube as well. I'm going to be putting up some stuff very soon, I promise, for the love of God. And then, which is just youtube.com/Teddy Chinaris. And then twitter.com/Teddy Chinaris. And then also check out my Patreon, man. Check out my Patreon. I'm just throwing that out there because there's a lot of games this fall that I can't get. If you want to make me play a scary game, you can pledge there, and then I'll be able to get Assassin's Creed.
as part of your Patreon, aren't you supposed to put a video out every week?
There's supposed to be an update video. Yeah, I need to go back to that. I need to get to work on that. There's a couple things the stuff that has to do with YouTube I haven't fully fulfilled, but I'm trying my best, you know.
Okay.
I've fulfilled everyone's Patreon benefits though, like you saw, except for the video, but like the video is not even necessarily like a specific benefit for people, but like all the benefits I've like made sure that people get shit. Like what was it? Dragons did a oh shit, I got to do that for this month. But Dragons
really selling your Patreon.
He donated at the $75 thing, which is the one to make me play a game. But you also get all the ones below it, and one of them is like I think it's $25. There's like a personalized video, and I made him like a whole like little let's play that was like dedicated to him, and it was like just talking to him, and it was great, and that did good there. But I need to do that again.
You can find me Last Geek on Twitter. Last Geek Plays on Instagram and Twitch. I do post cool little clips from the shows, both podcasts, on both my Instagram and Twitter. Speaking of my Twitch, I will be doing a creepy stream or scary stream of either Dead Space 1 or 2, possibly both, here in October. I haven't sat down and redid my alerts, scary alerts. I put in necromorph sounds for my alerts, so that way when I'm playing, you can literally like do bits, so I'll like freak out thinking there's necromorphs in the room when there might not be.
There's one thing I need to do is I'm gonna add variations to my tips. So like for $4.20, Snoop Dogg's gonna come up.
Oh, nice.
And for like $6.66, it'll be scary, so people can just scare me whenever the fuck they want, I guess.
Oh. I did a bunch. I did several necromorph sounds that will randomly do variations, so that way I won't get like adjusted to one sound. But they can like keep me on my toes. And then for subs and higher level donations, like $2 and $2, $3, $5, and subs, like there's like short necromorph screams for the smaller donations, and for larger donations there will be like these big like super creepy necromorph screams. And then I have like some other, just like I've got the classic just gunshot that just like it hears it, it's just like a loud noise and you're like, what the frick. So I'm gonna stream later this month. I don't have a schedule, but just keep your eyes out for that, and there'll be some spooky content from me this month. Let's see. So Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, lastgeek.com should have anything else. Yeah. But that's it. We did it. This is my triumphant return to podcasting on Ready Set Gamecast, and we did a great job, everybody.
Triumphant return.
Yeah, let's end the show like we always do with a high five.
Yeah, totally. Like we always do. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, high five.
Yeah.
Darren didn't do it.
Fuck you.
But thank you for listening, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.